Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Yes.
Okay, where's it at?
On my hip.
Okay, so we thought. Are you a police officer?
I'm not. No.
Okay, all right. What are you?
A federal marshal.
Okay.
Until we figure out what's going on. You have a weapon, you have no ID on you.
It's not a real weapon.
You're carrying a fake weapon.
Yeah. And you're a federal marshal.
No. He's got a little badge.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Congratulations, you're just impersonating a police officer. That's a federal offense.
What you just witnessed is one of the most bizarre cases of law enforcement impersonation ever caught on camera. But before we dive into this wild story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our breakdowns of the most unbelievable police encounters caught on camera.
You're displaying yourself as a marshal, you're identifying yourself as a marshal, you're wearing a badge that's fake, that you know is not real, and you're carrying around a fake gun. What do you think people are supposed to think of you? They're going to think you're a law enforcement officer.
So here's how this whole thing started. It's March 21st, 2018, in Boynton Beach, Florida. Officers from the Boynton Beach Police Department get a call from the manager of the Best Buy store on North Congress Avenue, and the manager has quite the story to tell. Apparently, they've got surveillance footage of a well-dressed man in a business suit shoplifting an iPhone X from their store. But this wasn't just any shoplifter. This guy looked official, professional, like someone you wouldn't want to mess with. The manager wants this man issued a trespass warning, which basically means he's banned from the store.
That guy?
Yeah. He took the iPhone 10 over here.
The guy in a suit?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go and see if he tries to take something else? But he took the phone display last time.
He took it on Sunday.
Sunday.
I see you previous case, still an iPhone 10. So they don't want you in the store. We're going to go to the front real quick and talk to you.
When the officers arrive at Best Buy and make contact with our main character, John Joseph O'Grady, they immediately notice something interesting. This guy is dressed to impress in a sharp business suit, but what really catches their attention is the U.S. Marshal Service lapel pin prominently displayed on his jacket. Now, if you're a police officer and you see someone wearing federal law enforcement insignia, you're going to pay attention.
Is he an officer? He's got a badge on the thing. Keep an eye on him real close, man. Is he a law enforcement officer?
How'd you get here?
These officers definitely paid attention. Now, let me pause here for a second. This is the moment where O'Grady made his biggest mistake. He didn't just have fake credentials on him. He actively claimed to be a federal law enforcement officer to actual police officers.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Yes.
Okay, where's it at?
On my hip.
Okay, so we thought. Are you a police officer?
I'm not. No.
Okay, all right. What are you?
A federal marshal.
Okay, all right, that's what we had to ask.
You don't have an ID? No.
Okay. Just, we don't want you reaching for anything.
I'm not reaching for anything.
If you're a federal marshal, you understand what we're doing, right?
Absolutely. Just.
You have your federal marshal ID?
No.
This man is claiming to be a federal law enforcement officer, carrying what appears to be a service weapon, but conveniently forgot his ID at home. If that sounds suspicious to you, you're absolutely right. The officers then ask if he has a supervisor's phone number they can call to verify his story, and surprise, surprise, he doesn't have that either. At this point, the officers are putting two and two together, and the math isn't looking good for Mr. O'Grady.
So you're carrying a weapon with no ID on you?
No. Because I just stepped out of my house to get this character.
Do you have a number we can call for your supervisor?
No.
Okay, I gotta take this for you just for our safety.
Handcuff him.
For what?
Until we figure out what's going on.
This is the moment where everything falls apart.
You have a weapon, you have no ID on you.
It's not a real weapon.
You're carrying a fake weapon.
Yeah. And you're a federal marshal.
And he's got a little badge.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Congratulations, you're just impersonating a police officer. That's a federal offense. Oh, yeah.
He's wearing a fake badge, carrying a fake gun, claiming to be a federal marshal, and then admitting to the police that he knows all of this stuff is fake. This is the legal equivalent of digging your own grave and then jumping in it. Now, you might be wondering, what was O'Grady's actual job? Was he in security, private investigation, some kind of related field? Nope, he was a limo driver. That's right, a limousine driver playing dress up as a federal marshal.
What's the story? Why are you carrying around a fake gun?
I'm a limousine driver, and
I thought you were a federal marshal.
Hey, here, you got a badge that says U.S. Marshal. You're claiming to be U.S. Marshals. You have a badge, which, what does that say on it?
Marshal.
So why are we carrying around fake stuff? You know it's illegal.
no, I didn't know it was illegal to carry around a fake.
Yes, you are displaying yourself as a law enforcement officer. We just asked you, are you in law enforcement? You said, yes, I'm a U.S. Marshal. That's illegal.
As the officers begin processing O'Grady, they discover even more problems. Not only is he impersonating a federal officer, but his driver's license is suspended.
What's your name?
John O'Grady,
What's your date of birth, Mr. O'Grady?
11/9/1956.
Social Security number.
O'Grady tries to downplay the fake gun situation, but the officers aren't having it. The law is pretty clear on this. If you impersonate a federal officer, you're committing a serious crime. It doesn't matter if your gun is real, fake, or made of chocolate. The crime is the impersonation itself.
The BB.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's a BB gun.
I didn't know that.
It's not the fact that you're carrying a BB gun, it's what you said. The fact that you're carrying this, you're carrying that badge.
But here's where the story takes an even darker turn. Remember how this whole thing started with a Best Buy manager calling about a shoplifter? Well, it turns out O'Grady's federal marshal costume wasn't just for show. He was using it to commit crimes.
It's like, do you think people are going to stop and ask you if this is a BB gun?
No, I don't stop.
No, what I'm saying is, do you think anybody's going to stop and ask you if this is a BB gun? It looks like a real gun, doesn't it?
Well, all of them do.
It looks like my gun.
All BB guns.
Yeah,
are the
but
same.
let's say you decide that you're going to show someone this gun.
I would never do that.
Doesn't matter.
The officers realize what's been going on. The fake badge and gun were essentially his shoplifting tools, giving him an air of authority that kept employees from questioning his behavior.
No, what he's doing is he's going to Best Buy, stealing a phone, and this way they're not looking at him because they see a little lapel pin in his badge. That's what he's doing.
I've been in here hundreds of times.
I know.
I'm sure.
And you went in here the other day, and according to these gentlemen, you stole an iPhone.
I did not steal an iPhone.
When confronted about the theft, O'Grady denies it at first, but the officers inform him that Best Buy has him on video. The evidence is clear, and this wasn't just a one-time thing. The employees recognized him from previous visits.
And then
I went in there because I had a outer box, which I couldn't get put on that.
so if the video shows you stealing an iPhone, what does that mean?
I didn't steal an iPhone. I was looking at iPhones, but I didn't steal anything.
They got you stealing an iPhone. They got you on video. What do you think we're here for? We just didn't show up for.
We didn't pick you out of a hat.
Yeah.
As more details emerge, O'Grady's entire life starts to unravel. He's been caught on video stealing from a major retailer, and he just confessed to impersonating a federal officer in front of real police officers. This is what we call a very bad day.
Here's my question, Mr. O'Grady. You said you're a limo driver, but you don't have a limo license.
It's in my car.
No, your license is suspended. And you have a Class E operator's license. You don't have a limousine driver's license.
I have a limousine driver's license.
Do you have your limo here?
It's out in the car park.
You can hear the resignation in O'Grady's voice as he realizes his scheme is over. But the officer makes a great point. This probably isn't the first time O'Grady has done this. Now, while O'Grady is being detained, the officers do something important. They go back into Best Buy to get witness statements from the employees who interacted with him.
So that's me done for the day.
That's you done for a couple of days.
Yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure this is not the only time he's been flashing himself like this.
You get a picture of him, a photo out.
All right, we'll do that. He says you can buy any badge online. I think.
Oh, yeah.
So he said.
His mistake was telling us that he was a
Absolutely.
Marshal.
So 10-15 for a impersonating officer, and just forward the case to case on the Glacier, and he'll go to Marshals. Okay.
The Best Buy employee confirms everything.
All right, do me a favor. Can you raise your right hand?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Do you swear the statement you're going to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I'm here talking to you about an older gentleman that came into your store the other day. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you describe him for me?
He pretty tall, over 6 foot. He kind of reminds me of a skinny version of Santa Claus. He had glasses, he had a black suit. I remember he had a pin, and I remember he showed me his gun.
Do you remember what the pin said?
I just remember I had like a little star, I believe. I didn't read it. I just saw it was a circle pin.
Okay, did you see any other badges?
Not that I've noticed.
Okay, and he showed you a gun?
Yeah.
The officers collect statements from multiple Best Buy employees, all of whom confirm the same story. Meanwhile, back at O'Grady's car, officers are conducting a search, and guess what they find?
Did he say he was a police officer or law enforcement or anything like that?
Nope, nothing. He wasn't buying anything. He already bought the OtterBox. He said his wife couldn't put it on. He couldn't put it on. He just needed help.
Okay.
That was really it.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Where's the camera? Oh, wow.
Raise your right hand for me. You state your name.
Props alignment.
And what's your position here at Best Buy?
Computer supervisor.
Computer supervisor. I'm speaking to you today about an incident that occurred around March 21st, 2018. Do you remember that?
Yeah, with the U.S. Marshal closing incident.
Yeah. What I'm speaking to you about specifically is a day or two before that, he was suspected of stealing an iPhone from one of the displays. Do you recall seeing a video on that?
Yes, I did. He yanked it off on the table. He was looking at it. He turned around and yanked it off and walked away and put it in his left jacket suit pocket. And he walked off.
Inside O'Grady's vehicle, the officers discover the stolen iPhone that he took from Best Buy. But that's not all. They also find another authentic-looking U.S. Marshal's service badge and an additional holster.
Where would you have all this phone?
The officers are stunned by how much equipment O'Grady has accumulated. O'Grady's costume was so convincing that he could probably walk into most places unchallenged. The officer makes it crystal clear. Carrying around these items and identifying yourself as a marshal is illegal. There's no gray area here.
You don't see any blue lights, do you?
No. What I do see is a lot of merchandise in here.
Yeah, nobody's gonna stop a guy that's dressed like that. Oh shit. Wow. Flashlight. Anything missing is
Sure we'll find it.
In addition to the federal charges he's facing, O'Grady has also been issued a 1-year trespass warning from Best Buy. If he sets foot in that store again within a year, he can be arrested on the spot.
You're being issued a trespass warning, Best Buy. You come back to Best Buy in a period of 1 year, subject to arrest. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
We should do more than 1 year.
That's just a year.
First day.
Hey, there's another opportunity to make.
As O'Grady is being arrested, the absurdity of the situation becomes even more apparent. He's gone from claiming to be a federal marshal to admitting he's just a limo driver.
What's the story? Why are you carrying around a fake gun?
I'm a limousine driver.
I thought you were a federal marshal.
Hey, here, you got a badge that says U.S. Marshal. You claim to be U.S. Marshals. You have a badge. What does that say on it? Marshal. So why are we carrying around fake stuff? You know it's illegal.
The charges against O'Grady are serious. Under Title 18, Section 912 of the United States Code, impersonating an officer or employee of the United States is what's known as a wobbler crime, meaning it can be prosecuted as either a felony or a misdemeanor, depending on the circumstances. In O'Grady's case, the maximum penalty includes up to 3 years in prison, a fine of up to $250,000, up to 1 year of supervised release, and a $100 special assessment.
Yes, you are displaying yourself as a law enforcement officer.
No, I'm not.
We just asked you, are you a law enforcement? You said, yes, I'm a U.S. Marshal. That's illegal. That's a felony. Oh, absolutely not. And we don't play around with this.
I drive a limousine.
Well,
I deal with all sorts of clowns on the.
But you're displaying yourself as a marshal. You're identifying yourself as a marshal. You're wearing a badge that's fake. that you know is not real, and you're carrying around a fake gun. What do you think people are supposed to think of you?
As O'Grady is processed, the officers contact the actual U.S. Marshals Service to inform them of the situation, because when someone impersonates a federal agent, the real federal agents definitely want to know about it.
What's your name?
John O'Grady,
What's your date of birth, Mr. O'Grady?
1956.
Social Security number.
The officers definitely want the real marshals involved, and rightfully so. This isn't just some kid playing dress-up. This is an adult man systematically impersonating federal law enforcement to commit crimes.
Well, while we're escorting him, he has a small U.S. Marshal little lapel pin on. Alex noticed a bulge on his right side, and Alex asked if he's armed. He goes, yes. We go, you law enforcement? He goes, yes, we're U.S. Marshal. Well, it's a fake gun. The badge looks real, and he said he's a limo driver. He is not a marshal. So, do you want us to contact marshals and have them come look at this? This badge looks...
The officers continue to press O'Grady on the severity of what he's done.
I'm sorry.
This is a little too deep right here. This is If we would just say, hey, I'm a marshal, and then later on you didn't carry all that stuff with you. The fact that you told officers that you're marshal and you're carrying a badge and a gun.
Well, you would have seen it.
A little late for apologies, buddy. You can't just say my bad after committing a federal crime.
It doesn't matter. The fact is that you lied in the beginning.
Well,
You identified yourself as a U.S. Marshal.
I apologize for that.
The officers don't believe this is O'Grady's first rodeo, and honestly, neither do I. You don't just accidentally accumulate multiple fake badges, holsters, and equipment. This was clearly a developed scheme.
So, most likely, that's not the first time you're going around saying that you're a cop.
No, it is.
You're going around playing cop.
I have never had this.
No, what he's doing is he's going to Best Buy, stealing a phone, and this way they're not looking at him because they see his little lapel pin in his badge.
Every layer of O'Grady's life that gets peeled back reveals another problem. Suspended license, federal impersonation, theft. It's like a Russian nesting doll of bad decisions.
Here's my question, Mr. O'Grady. You said you're a limo driver, but you don't have a limo license.
It's in my car.
No, your license is suspended. And you have a Class E operator's license. You don't have a limousine driver's license.
I have a license.
Do you have your limo here?
It's out in the car park.
Even O'Grady realizes his biggest mistake was actually claiming to be a federal marshal to the police. If he had just kept his mouth shut and played dumb, he might have only faced shoplifting charges. But no, he had to commit a federal felony right in front of the officers.
You buy any badge online? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So he said...
His mistake was telling us that he was a...
Oh, absolutely. So, 1015 him for impersonating officer and just forward the case to the case on the glacier, and he'll go to the marshals.
Okay. Sounds good.
I want to be surprised. Let me ask you this.
Did you announce it yet?
No, not yet.
O'Grady keeps going back to this collecting badges excuse, as if that makes any of this okay. Lots of people collect things, stamps, coins, comic books. But when you collect fake federal badges and use them to impersonate law enforcement, that's not a hobby, that's a crime.
I started off collecting badges.
Yeah, but if you would have said something like that earlier, but if you identify yourself as a marshal, carrying around that little badge.
Again, the trespass warning is issued, though everyone involved knows that's the least of his worries.
You're being issued a trespass warning. Best Buy. You come back to Best Buy in a period of 1 year, you're subject to arrest. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
We should do more than 1 year.
Statute's a year.
This is where you almost feel bad for the guy. Almost. He's pleading with the officers, saying he's not a criminal and doesn't mean to be one. But here's the thing. You don't accidentally impersonate a federal officer. Every single decision that led to this moment was intentional.
Is there any way I can catch a break on this?
No.
Yeah.
Michelle, M-I-C-H-E-L.
That's one thing we know.
I mean, I'm not a criminal. I don't mean to be a criminal.
You're a felon right now.
Medicine?
The officers show zero sympathy, and rightfully so. O'Grady knew exactly what he was doing. So what happened to John Joseph O'Grady after his arrest? On May 10th, 2018, O'Grady was arrested and brought before Magistrate Judge William Matthewman in the West Palm Beach Division of the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida. The very next day, he was released under strict conditions, having put up his house as collateral against a $150,000 bond.
September
27.
I'm sorry.
19.
earlier report. Everyone's sorry when they get arrested.
No, of course they are.
You knew what you were doing when you put that weapon on the side of your kit. You put that badge on your belt. Put that lapel badge on. You knew exactly what you were doing.
Charges were formally filed against him on May 28, 2018, alleging one count of impersonation of an officer or employee of the United States. On August 16, 2018, just a few months after his arrest, O'Grady pleaded guilty to the charge. He also submitted a letter to the court from his wife requesting leniency. In the end, O'Grady was sentenced to 4 months of incarceration, followed by 1 year of supervised release, and he had to pay a $100 special assessment. He was released from prison on December 4, 2018, and as of the time this case information was compiled, he was still on probation. He paid the $100 fine, which is probably the least expensive consequence he faced. 4 months in federal prison, a year of supervised release, losing the ability to work as a limo driver due to his suspended license, and the permanent stain of a federal conviction on his record, all because he wanted to play federal agent. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video.